Hello everyone, welcome to Numeric Learning. In the Do Math With Me series, today we'll be solving some important questions from the chapter Arithmetic Progression. Please make sure that you're doing these questions, and as you solve more questions, you'll definitely get stronger at it. So Arithmetic Progression is a very important chapter, and all of these questions that we are doing is very easy. Just make sure that you practice them once, solve them once. So the very first question is, if 17th term of an AP exceeds its 10th term by 7, then find the common difference. Now let us translate and rewrite the same in mathematical terms. So A17 is the 17th term. The 17th term of an AP will be denoted by A17. Exceeds, that means it exceeds its 10th term, which is denoted by A10, by 7. We know the nth term formula, that is an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So d happens to be the common difference, n is the number of terms in the AP, a refers to the first term of the sequence or first term of the AP, and an refers to the nth term. N could be any number. It could be 10th term or 11th term or 25th term. N could be any number, right? So A17 refers to the 17th term. So A17 can be written as A plus 17 minus 1 into D. So I'll write it directly. A plus 16D is equal to A plus 9D plus 7. So we can cancel out, A and A would get cancelled, bring all the D terms to one side, that is 16D minus 9D is equal to 7. So 16 minus 9 is 7D is equal to 7, or D is equal to 1, and that's what is asked. You have to find the common difference. So the common difference in this specific AP which they have given is actually 1. Right? So what do you mean when you say the common difference is 1? That means it's a consecutive number. 1, 2, 3, 4. Common difference happens to be 1. I hope it's clear. Let's move on to the second question. In an AP, if the 8th term and the 12th term are 39 and 59 respectively, find the first term of the AP. Well, how do you write or denote the first term? First term is denoted by A, right? So let us rewrite. Now whatever is given, we are given A8, that is the 8th term is 39. We are also given the 12th term is 59. So let us write A8 in terms of, let's expand it using the nth term formula. So A plus 8 minus 1, that is 7D is equal to 39. Here A12 will be A plus 12 minus 1, that is 11D is equal to 59. Let this be your equation 1. Let this be equation 2. Let us subtract equation 2 minus equation 1, which is A plus 11D is equal to 59. The first equation is A plus 7D is equal to 39. So whenever you are subtracting, you have to change the sign. So plus becomes minus, and what is A minus A? It will cancel out, right? A and minus A would get cancelled. What is 11 minus 7? 11D minus 7D. It is 4D. So 4D is equal to 59 minus 39. It's 20. So D is equal to 20 divided by 4, which is equal to 5. Now let's put this D equal to 5. Put D equal to 5 in equation 1. So what do you get? A plus 7 into D is 5 is equal to 39. So A plus 7 5s are 35 equal to 39. A will be equal to 39 minus 35, which is equal to 4. So what is A? A refers to the first term of the AP. A is the first term of the AP, and that's your answer. So the answer is 4. right? So whenever you are given any two terms of an AP, you can expand it using the nth term formula and solve it just like you solve any pair of linear equation using any of the methods that you are very comfortable with, either the elimination method or the substitution method. But whatever be the methods, make sure you're doing it carefully. You know where some of the students who are very, very good in solving problems make mistakes? It is when you're rewriting the given values, right? This is where the mistake happens. So you are given the 8th term is 39, the 12th term is 59. When you are rewriting it in your answer, by mistake, if you write any other number in place of 39, if you write a 35 by mistake, right, 12th term A12 is 59. So whenever you are writing the given values as given in the question onto your answers, please pay attention. Make sure you are quickly rechecking your answers as well, so that even if you have made any mistakes, right, in the values, you can correct it immediately. So please make sure you always have the habit of rechecking the answers. So I hope it is clear. 8th term is given, 12th term is also given. You got two equations, you solved them, and you got the common difference, substituted d value in any one of the equations, and you got the A. A is the first term of the AP. Let's move on to the third question of the day. The question is, if the first term, which is A, and the third term of the AP are 15 and 20 respectively, then find the sum of the first n terms. Okay, so let's do it. The first term is denoted by A, or you can write it as A1. A is 15, it's given in the question. The third term, A3, which is the third term, is 20. This is also given in the question. Now, what is A3 equal to when you expand it using the nth term formula? It is A plus 2D. This is given as 20. What is A? A is 15. So 15 plus 2D is equal to 20. So 2D is equal to 20 minus 15, which is equal to 5. So 2D is equal to 5 and D is nothing but 5 by 2. You have got your D. You know your first term, right? This is your first term. So if you know your first term and if you know your common difference, you can definitely write the generic expression for calculating the sum of the first n terms. What is the formula for calculating the sum of the first n terms? It is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Just substitute the value of a and d here. So it is n by 2. N should remain as it is, because what they are asking is just an expression for sum of first n terms. N should remain as it is. So 2, what is a, is 15 plus n minus 1 into d. D is 5 by 2. So you can solve it as much as possible. So you have n by 2 multiplied by 30 plus n minus 1 into 5 by 2. You can either solve it further or leave it as it is. So Sn is in terms of n. Okay, there is no other unknown variable. It is only n. So this is the final answer. If you can simplify it further, all the more correct, right? So whichever be the step where you are leaving Sn, it should have n only. It should not have, you should have replaced a and d values like we have done here, right? That's your answer. So find the sum of the first n terms. You have found it out. Let's move on to the fourth question. Yeah. If A, B, C, D, E are in AP, then find the value of A minus 3B plus 3C minus D. Now, since A, B, C, D, E are the terms in an AP, let us write the given thing as it is. So, A, B, C, D, E. They are terms in an AP. Now, D is the term which we use for common difference. Now, D is already a term in the AP. So, we cannot use the same symbol or the same letter cannot be used for common difference, right? So, let us take X as the common difference. So let me write, let x be the common difference. Usually we consider D as the common difference. D is what is denoted for common difference. But since D is a term in the AP in the given question, we are using X here. Right? So let X be the common difference between the terms. Between the terms, therefore, what is B equal to? The second term. B is equal to A plus X. Right? The third term, C is equal to A plus 2x. The third term, this is your second term. This is your second term. This is your third term. Right? And D, this is your fourth term. What is fourth term A4 equal to? It is A plus 3D. So A plus 3x. And what is E equal to? E will be equal to, it's the fifth term. So A plus 4x. Right? So this is just using the same thing like the way we were doing for the nth term. A plus n minus 1 into D. In place of D, we are using x here. Now, what is the given question? You have to calculate A minus 3B plus 3C minus D. You have to find this value. So, all of the terms B, C, D, E, we have expressed in terms of the first term which is A and the common difference which is X. See, we have expressed all of the terms. We have rewritten everything in terms of the first term A as well as the common difference X. So, now let us just substitute the value. The first term is A as it is minus 3 into B. What is B here? It is A plus X. Now, I don't have place, so let me rewrite it below. Right, you are asked A minus 3B plus 3C minus D. So, this will be equal to A minus 3 into B will be A plus X plus 3 into C is A plus 2X. Just rewrite it as it is. Minus D, A plus 3X. E is not even mentioned in the question, right? You have to find the value of only these. So let's open the bracket. So it's A minus 3A minus 3x plus 3A plus 6x minus A minus 3x. Let's cancel whatever we can. So you have plus A minus A plus 3A minus 3A and you have got 6x minus 6x. Right? Minus 3x is minus 6x plus 6x would get cancelled. Everything gets cancelled. Everything is getting cancelled. So the answer is 0. Right? So 0 is your final answer. The value of this expression, that is A minus 3B plus 3C minus D, is 0. Let's move on to the fifth question. That's the last question of the day. In an AP, if the 10th term is 25 and 14th term is 33, find the general term of an AP. Again, a very easy question. Let us write what is given. The 10th term, that is A10, is 25, which means A plus 9D is equal to 25. Let this be your first equation. And then you are given 14th term. A14 is equal to 33. That is A plus 13D is equal to 33. Equation number 2. You have to just solve 1 and 2. Let us subtract. So equation 2 minus equation 1. So you have A plus 13D is equal to 33. A plus 9D is equal to 25. You are subtracting, so we have to change the sign. And then plus A minus A would get cancelled. 13 minus 9, it's again 4 plus 4D is equal to 33 minus 25. It is plus 8. So what you're getting, D is equal to 2. Let's put in any one of the equations. So put D equal to 2 in equation 1. So what do you get? A plus 9 into 2 is equal to 25. So A is equal to 25 minus 18, which is equal to 7. A is equal to 7. So this is your first term. What are you asked? You have to find the general term of an AP. So the general term of an arithmetic progression is nothing but an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. A is 7 plus n will not be replaced at all because we have to calculate the general term of an AP. D is 2. So let's solve it. So 7 plus 2n minus 2. 7 minus 2 is 5 plus 2n. That's your answer. So you have to find the general expression. So n should not be replaced. So if you're giving this specific expression to somebody, you can by just replacing the value of n as say 20, you can calculate what is the 20th term, which is 5 plus 2 into 20, right? 45. What is the 100th term? So what is it? A 100 is equal to 5 plus 2 into 100. So 200 plus 5, 205 is the 100th term. So by replacing the value of n, you can find out any nth term, and that is what is meant by finding the general term of an AP. Do not replace any value of n. Let n remain as it is. So that's all for today. We solved 5 good questions. I hope you understood. I hope you like my videos. If you haven't watched the Do Math With Me series, please do watch all the chapter wise playlist and most of the questions, and I will update the playlist also. We'll be doing more and more questions every day, and I hope you are liking it. Please do share it with your friends and do subscribe if you haven't, and let's keep in touch, keep learning, and take care. Thank you.